I think I'll go for I think he might start early, so we get to be ready for that. Well, that's what he fights fighters like Zab Judah who don't get in shape for fights, and Manny Pacquiao does, and we won't get tired, believe me.
But will he be different from the Mayweather you fought with the lower?
Yeah, I think he's older and slower.
To be a greatest is not based on your record undefeated, because there's so many fighters na nag-retire na undefeated.
Of Manny Pacquiao back at Wild Card, like he's never left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape.
Freddie Roach sends a clear warning to Floyd Mayweather, insisting he is not ready for what is coming. Roach confidently claims that Manny Pacquiao has refined every aspect of his craft and will step.
You said that you saw that Pacquiao has his fire back. When did you see that move, or when did that come into your conscience?
When I watched him sparring for the first 2 weeks, it was just you know, the in and out, the speed, making the guy catching the guy 3-4 punch combination and getting out, making a miss. It was enjoyable to watch. It really was.
Manny Pacquiao pushes through demanding training sessions with Freddie Roach on the mitts, displaying explosive speed, crisp combinations, and unwavering discipline. Every movement reflects focus and determination as he prepares himself mentally and physically for the challenge ahead. Pacquiao boldly declares that he intends to hand Floyd Mayweather the first loss of his legendary career. His mission is clear: to shatter the historic 50-0 record and rewrite one of boxing's most talked about legacies.
Ano kaya advantage mo?
God willing, mag-anuan tayo, mag-isay lang tayo mabuti. Paghandaan na natin mabuti para magandang laban na maipakita natin.
Freddie Roach looks back at their first encounter, acknowledging that Floyd Mayweather controlled much of the fight. He explains that Pacquiao was older, not as sharp as in his prime, and far from the peak form that once made him nearly unstoppable.
More fire.
I don't know, you think about that it got to that point, and Floyd played the game. He played the waiting game, and he won.
Yes.
He got paid. He got Pacquiao at an age where he knew that his punches weren't going to hurt him.
Yes.
He could avoid him. And it was an older fighter.
It was, and when Pacquiao fought his last fight in Australia, after the fight, I said, Manny, I said, you know what? I says, I think being a senator and being a fighter at the same time is like maybe a little bit too much, because I said, you know, it's hard enough being a world champion fighter, or it might be just as hard being a senator. But I says, I think that you should strongly think about giving one of those up for now and choose the one that you like best. And he has not spoke to me since then.
Pacquiao challenges the idea that an undefeated record alone defines greatness. He points to his own extraordinary achievement of becoming an 8-division world champion, a feat that remains unmatched and stands as one of the most remarkable accomplishments in boxing history.
At least ako, I can claim na first 8 different weight division, which is the hardest accomplishment na in boxing.
And the only one.
The only one.
Division.
First, diba? Yung kumbaga, that's the hardest accomplishment in boxing ma-achieve. And also, yung blessings ng Panginoon na naging champion ako in 4 different decades. Do you imagine that? Bihira yung mangyari. First time in history na a fighter who became a champion in four different decades. So 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So bihira mangyari yan. So at least makaklaim ako ng
Pacquiao openly criticizes Mayweather's public persona, describing him as overly boastful and focused on material success. He suggests that outside the ring, Mayweather's attitude often reflects pride and obsession with wealth rather than humility.
At the beginning of this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
Yeah, he's boastful. I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that. I'm pretty with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah, I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think, you know, he kind of reminds me of like a lot of people are like this, by the way, including myself. I'm not just saying him. I'm including myself. The man who goes up to Jesus and says, what should I do to get it to heaven? He says, sell all your belongings. And he walked away crying because he couldn't sell his belongings.
Instead of responding with endless talk, Pacquiao lets his work speak for itself. Through grueling training sessions and relentless preparation, he demonstrates that discipline, effort, and commitment matter far more than words. Dan Patrick questions whether the public truly wants a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch. While the rivalry carries enormous history, he wonders if the actual demand from fans matches the expectations surrounding such a massive event.
Floyd Mayweather is a boring fighter. I mean, you know, the presentation is flashy, but he's a defense-first fighter. There's nothing to, when you watch him, you go, oh, okay, didn't get hit again, and he didn't get hit again. You know, tactically, he's brilliant, but not exciting. So, hey, if you sign up for it, go get him. Must be, it'll be September, so maybe it's a slow night for you, and you go, well, maybe I'll just buy this fight. Let me see these two guys lean on each other. But I don't know if this has to do, you know, boxers never retire. Sugar Ray Leonard told me this when I went to his first retirement in Baltimore, and he talked about fighters never retire. The phone stops ringing.
Roy Jones Jr. speaks with deep respect when analyzing Manny Pacquiao's brilliance inside the ring. He explains that Pacquiao's greatest weapon is not just his power but his constant movement and unpredictable rhythm. According to Jones, Pacquiao rarely stays in one place long enough to become a clear target, which creates serious problems for even the most elite fighters. His footwork and angles allow him to launch attacks from unexpected directions, making defensive adjustments extremely difficult. Each step serves a purpose, setting up the next strike in a fluid chain of motion. This relentless activity forces opponents into hesitation, and in boxing even a split second of doubt can change the entire course of a fight.
To get a victory. Now guys don't do that. Pac-Man, fortunately, is one of those guys who knows how to use the ring. So he don't stand in just one place and fight. With that being said, if his legs can hold up for 12 rounds, he's the guy to do it.
Jones also emphasizes that Pacquiao blends blazing speed with a sharp boxing mind. He constantly reads his opponent's reactions and adapts instantly during exchanges. This awareness allows him to shift from defense to offense in the blink of an eye. In Jones' view, Pacquiao's agility is both physical and mental, enabling him to remain unpredictable under pressure. That rare combination of movement, speed, and ring intelligence is what makes Pacquiao one of the most dangerous and unforgettable fighters the sport has ever seen.
He did.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, stop. What's the guy named in the wheelchair right now?
Paul Williams.
He could have fought him.
I don't think he would have beat.
I ain't say that. I say he could have fought him though. You don't think? Hey, in my opinion, the only person that really had a chance in his weight class back then was Amir Khan. He wasn't touching Amir Khan. That time Amir had too good a feet. He wasn't fighting Amir Khan.
Amir was calling him out for years.
He wasn't fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan had too good a feet. I already know this.
I just don't think he would have beat Floyd.
I ain't saying what you don't know.
Timing was very too good.
Yeah, what you
He was young. He was fast. He was knocking people out.
You don't understand boxing like I do though. Floyd was knocking out? Besides Pac.
Not at that time. Nobody.
That's it.
Yeah,
so if you ain't knocking people out, how you got to catch Khan and knock him out, and you got to get out that shoulder, you got to chase Khan.
Dan Patrick presents a thoughtful and slightly skeptical view when discussing the possibility of a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch. He questions whether fans are genuinely demanding this fight or if other forces behind the scenes are pushing the idea forward. With a touch of humor, Patrick remarks that boxing sometimes feels ready to bring back legends from the past, casually mentioning names like Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Mike Tyson. His tone suggests concern that the sport might be leaning too heavily on nostalgia rather than building new rivalries. He also hints that financial pressure could be playing a role, suggesting that certain comebacks might be motivated more by money than by legacy.
But, maybe, financial issues could be affecting one or both of these fighters, and that's why you're doing this. I don't know why you watch this unless the undercard is really good. Maybe the novelty of being in that building, having a boxing match in the Sphere, but it's real. It's real. Does Conor McGregor get the winner of this fight? I mean, now, if Conor McGregor got to do MMA against Floyd, now that would be fun. That would have been interesting. But it's like, and then do one of the brothers, what are their names? The Paul brothers, do they get to fight somebody? I mean, is this where boxing is?
Yes.
How did we get...
Patrick continues by questioning the overall entertainment value of such a rematch. While the original fight generated enormous revenue and worldwide attention, he suggests that repeating the moment may not carry the same authenticity. In his view, fans might be drawn more to the spectacle surrounding the event than the fight itself. His perspective ultimately raises a deeper question about boxing's direction.
Brilliant businessman, but you start to read articles of, he's got things in foreclosure, and I can't imagine that you would lose but Mike Tyson did. But then, we had people stealing right in front of him. That was the difference here. But with Floyd, I thought Floyd was like a Darrell Rivas kind of businessman. So that's, if he's coming back because he needs money, that is sad. Yes, Todd.
How much money, and I don't understand the financial part of how they get millions of dollars to have these fights that supposedly are kind of ridiculous and it's like an exhibition nobody wants to see. How much of that money is based on who goes to the fight, and as far as people that are buying pay-per-view? What if so many people decided, I'm not going to the fight, I'm not going to watch it on pay-per-view, they're still going to get millions of dollars? There's still enough money out there to pay these guys crazy money.
Chris Mannix shares a reflective perspective on Manny Pacquiao returning to training with Freddie Roach, calling the moment deeply nostalgic for boxing fans. Watching them work side by side again reminds many people of the years when their partnership ruled the sport. Still, Mannix advises caution when judging Pacquiao based on short training clips. He explains that any fighter can appear sharp for a few seconds on camera and points to examples like Mike Tyson looking explosive in brief promotional footage. According to Mannix, those moments can be misleading and should not automatically be taken as proof that a fighter is fully prepared for a real bout.
Look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now, just like when Mike Tyson looked like when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing eye need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. Look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have zero legs.
Drawing from ideas often echoed by Bob Arum, he stresses that age tends to affect a fighter's legs more than their punching power or durability. Movement, balance, and endurance are usually the first qualities to decline, and Pacquiao's style has always depended heavily on footwork. Even so, Mannix believes Pacquiao's experience and ring intelligence could help him adjust. Veteran fighters understand how to manage distance, control the pace of a fight, and avoid unnecessary exchanges. Because of that, he sees Pacquiao's return as something thoughtful and strategic rather than reckless.
Pacquiao only got knocked out 3 times in 72 fights. 2 of those were in the 90s, before you and I even knew him, and 1 time against Marquez, it was a 1-punch knockout. Those really don't take away from your career and your longevity. It was one punch knockouts. It's the beatdowns over a long period of time, for 10, 12, 11, 11 rounds. Those are the ones that catch up to you. Those are the ones that actually slow you down and are detrimental to your health. One punch knockouts, you can get past those. Early knockouts that are way back in the rearview mirror, you can forget.
Timothy Bradley provides a balanced viewpoint when discussing the potential clash between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. He acknowledges that many critics question both the timing and the purpose of the fight. Despite that skepticism, Bradley points out that the matchup continues to attract enormous attention throughout the boxing world. Fights involving names of this magnitude carry history, legacy, and global appeal. Fans may debate whether the moment has passed, but the presence of two legendary champions still sparks curiosity and conversation across the sport.
Because he needs money, that's why. All the rumors are true. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. And one more thing. If Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Shit, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this.
He also notes that both Mayweather and Pacquiao understand the pressure surrounding their reputations. Even in the later stages of their careers, their technical ability, experience, and ring awareness remain significant assets. Bradley believes the fight represents more than just proving who is better. It is about meeting expectations that have followed both men for years. Whether critics approve or not, the possibility of this matchup continues to dominate discussion, making it one of the most talked about scenarios in boxing.
That's what he's thinking. He like, I still can do this. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring ass shit on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out and she want the best of the best content. They got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue.
The Boxing Ego host offers a more critical perspective on Manny Pacquiao potentially facing a dangerous power puncher, raising concerns about the long periods of inactivity involved. He explains that while Pacquiao has not fought consistently in recent years, the opponent still carries serious knockout strength and has previously troubled fighters such as Timothy Bradley and Chris Algieri. The analyst highlights a common belief in boxing that punching power is often the last quality a fighter.
Manny Pacquiao, right? And he fighting a power puncher in Ruslan Provodnikov. I get it, he ain't been fighting, he's inactive, but Pacquiao, he ain't really active either. He fought Barrios, and that's it. So Pacquiao gonna fight a big puncher who hurt Tim Bradley, who hurt Chris Algieri, who Lucas Matisse had to box, and John Molina and all these people had to box because he hit too hard. They say power is the last thing to go. And you got the Floyd Mayweather fight looming. I'm surprised Netflix didn't force them to cancel these exhibitions. So that's on the Pacquiao side. Boom. On the Floyd Mayweather side, look at this. Floyd Mayweather, keep in mind, the Pacquiao Maypac 2 ain't till September.
Because of that reality, he believes the matchup could be risky, particularly for an older fighter returning after limited recent competition. Even with Pacquiao's experience and technical skill, facing a heavy puncher always carries significant danger. Turning his attention to Floyd Mayweather Jr., he also questions Mayweather's continued participation in exhibition bouts. He expresses uncertainty about the level of opposition, suggesting that some of those matchups appear more like spectacle than genuine competition. In the end, the analyst presents a skeptical outlook on both situations, arguing that these events may be driven more by entertainment and financial opportunity than by true sporting necessity.
Floyd it says Battle of the Legends, Floyd Money Mayweather versus Mike Zimbides. 180 fights, 158 wins, 87 knockouts. I don't even know who this is, bro. But Floyd finna fight an exhibition against this Ninja Turtle looking muff. Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Bro, get this turtles in a half shell, a turtle power, cowabunga. Bro, this man got a tortoise shell. Bro, Floyd about to fight whatever dude's name is. Zamibia or whatever his name is. So Floyd about to fight Zamunda or whatever this guy got. Zamunda.